Ross, I'm Matisse. Gav, say hello mate. Hey up pal. Purchase here. Link below. Say hello Paul.
Hello.
Got some decent definition there, Jack. Ooh. Get them babbies. Come on.
Kyle's got big gold.
Come on, Kyle.
Whoa.
Definition.
Flex. No, I don't think that's YouTube friendly, that one, is it? Johnny?
Yeah.
Wave.
Hello.
Where are you going?
Racing.
Give us a smile, come on. Blows a kiss, Mark.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Thing is, you wouldn't think it was the first time he's ever drove it, would you?
No, it's not a bad attempt. He's definitely he's got a navigator shot there, Gav. Giving him the 30 left, 40 right, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
What an helmet!
What an helmet. Scott's too scared. Scott's too scared to vlog.
What you two doing?
Dad.
Spiders. Right then, race vlog. So, Croft circuit. Can't see much from here. Hiding in the wagon. So I thought the first thing they want to see, this is what the sleeping arrangements are. So it's not finished yet, we're still going to do this back wall. But yeah, 4 people slept in here last night. In comfort, I hope. We need to put blinds up because it woke them all up. But we've got them, just had time to do it. Bit of trims to finish off. So that's good. So let me get changed and we'll resume. The weather has taken a turn. Can't see the rain, but there's plenty. So Julie's here, cooking for us. Freezing. Cars are here. Golf's ready. That is not nitrous, we promise. Ignore the radio for copyright reasons. TT's here, getting wet, warming up. Finally got summer to cool me down, which is good. All scrutineered up ready. This is very annoying. It's getting a bit wet. Roll bars are coming off. It's drying out a bit now. The wipers have stopped working.
When the wipers don't work and it's raining. Rain next time. Lovely weather.
Open the gate! No! Open the gate, I said! So, qualifying started. Safety cars out already. So, third time lucky, battery troubles again, so there's not been much recording happening, but quality were pretty good. We were P4, I think we could have been P3, but we'll see how we get on. They need me in this car as soon as we're trying to do a mock pit stop, so we need to hurry up. Yeah, Scott didn't do quite as well because he were on a wet setup when it was dry. So I think he's P5 in class, it's not 20th overall, but he reckons he can do it. So, see how we get on. Race is in like, it should have been 5 minutes ago, but it would have been about 2 minutes, so let's hurry up.
He loves camera up, Paul. Yeah. Not as much as Jake though.
Have fun, good luck.
A big field of cars for this one, the second round of the season for the Club Enduro Championship. It's a 125-minute race. So the car's being released now out onto the circuit ahead of this Club Enduro Championship race. First event of the season. That was held at Donington Park. It was won by Carl Swift, who drove solo on that occasion. Andy Marston was second, and Steve Laidlaw and Sam Laidlaw took third. Let's have a look at the grid now. We don't yet have the information from race control on the start drivers, but we'll give you the grid as we have it. So on the front there's going to be 1, which is the car of Rob Baker and Carl Swift, and alongside them is the number 37 car of Andy Marston. The second row is going to be 11, which is Ryan Parkin and Adam Blair, and the number 2 car is going to be driven by William Caswell and Ben Rushworth. On the 11th row, it's number 99, Joe Williams, and number 12, which is Scott Parkin. Pole position car, the Seat Leon TCR, so they're in reasonably good formation as they come out to the hairpin. So the red lights, which are on, go out, and the race gets underway for 125 minutes, 2 hours and 5 minutes for the Tagiwa Club Enduro Championship, and a great sound as this 40-plus car grid streams past our commentary box under acceleration for the first time. One to watch actually from the back is going to be number 78. That's the Mike Nash Seat Super Copa. He started at the back and is already several places up the order.
Great start by the Parkin and Blair Audi TT. They got up into second place behind the Andy Marston BMW. The Andy Marston BMW leads the way then from the Audi TT. In third is the Swift Baker Seat. Then fourth is Bridgeway, who won yesterday's Road Sports race. And then the rest charging after them, among them the orange BMW, which is the car that fell out with an electrical problem after only one lap at Schultz.
Yeah, and it's interesting because some of these two driver teams have two fairly evenly matched drivers, some not quite so much, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, although at this stage we don't know which drivers are aboard each car, unfortunately. Leaders are Allspin.
Is that 12 gone round? It is.
It is, so that's
Scott Parkin.
Scott Parkin, brother of Ryan Parkin, who's out in the Audi. Scott Parkin in the TDIs.
67 McBride off as well.
Yeah, and that's I'm not quite sure where that is that he's got off, but he's certainly stranded at the moment. We'll see if he can get back into the race. Cars coming through at the end of the first lap, and it is the BMW that is ahead of Andy Marston from the Seat in second place of no, it's the Audi in second place of Parkin and Blair, isn't it? There's McBride in that BMW that's prepared by Jeff Steele Racing. But here are the leaders heading down towards Tower for the second time then. It's Marston from Parkin and Adam Blair, the ex-Formula 3 racer, in second position at the end of the first lap, and it is the BMW that is ahead of Andy Marston from the Seat in second place of no, it's the Audi in second place of Parkin and Blair, isn't it? There's McBride in that BMW that's prepared by Jeff Steele Racing. But here are the leaders heading down towards Tower for the second time then. It's Marston from Parkin and Adam Blair, the ex-Formula 3 racer, in second position out of it and towards the Jim Clark S's once again. But here are the leading three, Baker and Swift third, the drivers that have done so much winning in the past couple of seasons. That's where the McBride car is. They're just on the way into Sunny, so I should think the officials will want to do something about that, and indeed I can see that the safety car is waiting at the end of the pit lane. All the more reason for Baker and Swift to try and make a move now, but they've now seen the yellow flag, so took back in behind, and there's contact between the two leaders. They're under yellow flags, and I'm afraid that is hugely unnecessary. Why that's happened is slightly beyond me, I must say, because yellow flags were waving. Look at this for the lead of the race. Carl Swift right with the Parkin and Blair Darkside Developments car. And it's an ex-Slide Sports built Audi TT. Well, it's an Audi, it was built for the VW Cup, which also allowed these cars as well, but had quite a bit of development on it since then. Up against the TCR car of Carl Swift and Rob Baker, who we think it is Carl Swift in that car, and is right under the wing of that Audi as they cross the line to complete lap number 4 of the race. And Swift has just done the best lap of the race as well at 1:29.20.
There is the 37 going through, which is stuck into the back of a group of cars. All very, very close there with Kuma and Kari was trying to overtake. He got blocked. He went the other side of the yellow BMW.
The leaders.
There's a change potentially going up towards Tower as the Swift has made it. That's the Swift car goes through. So number 1, Carl Swift, going past the Audi TT, which then jumps all over the grass and all bounces back on right in front of Andy Schultz, but Leon Bidgeway's gone past and all that. And
Schultz is going to follow, isn't he?
Yeah, Schultz will follow, and Stacey as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if that Audi isn't destined to dive into the pits.
It's had a couple of biffs, hasn't it? One with Marston, now it's been all over the grass as well, so it's going to be a bit shaken up one way or another. Here's Volkswagen Golf, the Williams Racing Team prepared entry. It's getting a little bit scrappy at the moment, though. So the first significant mandatory stop there, though, for Carl Swift from second place, number 1, and he will no doubt go back out for his second stint in just under 3 minutes' time now. It's a mandatory 3 seconds stationary in the Diagnostics Club Enduro Championship. There we can see the Mini going through. That's number 11, that's the Ryan Parkin and Adam Blair Audi TT that's in 4th position. It's contending for the lead right at the start of this race. There's that Mini going through. And that's the Neville Jones, Christopher Jones car, I think is the only Mini in the race. That's the number 12 car you can see on screen there at the moment. That's Scott Parkin, brother of Ryan. Scott in the Volkswagen Golf. He's in a Class B car, and where is he positioned? He is in 15th overall and 4th in Class B at the moment. There's the 102 car coming in.
Hanley's just going past, that's going to...
Cupra and Scott Parkin Turbo Diesel Golf. Darkside Developments, of which Scott is the co-owner with brother Ryan and director. They do specialise in this diesel machinery.
Pretty good fuel consumption from a diesel car, don't you? The racing version.
Treble 8 car is about to be lapped by them, though. That began. I'd say it's Graham Price and Jason Henner for the drivers racing in the STXR Championship for 15 years, twice the XR3i champion within that class. Swallowed up by the...
You can see that the torque of that diesel Golf at the back of the group, the 12, is absolutely astonishing.
Yes, it really gains, doesn't it, by having that different power delivery. Also has that idiosyncratic black smoke.
Bit of black smoke, which is just a part and parcel.
Yeah. Right, are they going to get past the Megane anytime soon? Yes, the Megane, I think, gives way to all 3 of those cars in one fell swoop, which is probably a wise thing to do. It keeps them all sticking together in their fight for 12th, 13th and 14th positions. Front right issue on 102 car, the Matthew Higgins car. So while that came into the pit, some damage there for them to assess and to work on, if possible, before they get it back out into the race. Just looking to see where Carl Swift fed back in after his stop, 27th. Of course, it is a 3-minute stop.
Nib, who was under pressure from Scott Parkin, has now managed to get past the yellow BMW, the gold and brown car.
Yeah.
Between them. And I can see the 3rd place Audi coming up. Another Parkin Darkside Developments car.
Yes, that moved into 3rd place, didn't it? So, not sure whether it's Blair or Parkin that at the moment. It could be one twin lapping the other.
Yeah, it would be nice to know.
Yeah, Adam Blair, the who raced in Formula First in the, I guess, late 90s, and did a little bit in Formula 3 and other single-seater stuff, but not raced at a high level for a while. Ooh, one of them kicking up some dust there. I think it was the Gordon Brown car, which therefore loses a position, I think.
Has Bidgeway come into the pit stop? I haven't seen.
I've not noticed.
Disappeared from the top 10 if he hasn't.
Showing up as 22nd on our screen. Possibly, if it has come in, Thomas can confirm.
Who's got black flag? Helmet.
E46 M3. That's the fourth place car coming through. Number 11, the Parkin and Black, or third place in fact now, so it's got back ahead of the BMW of Venables and Hutchinson. Is the BMW still there? It is, but quite a long way further back now. So it's lost a couple of seconds, that guys. We're watching the leaders. They're mired in traffic here, aren't they? Get support from CW Motorsport and Lodge Sports as well. Right, here's Will Stacey. He's tucked in. Oh, and the leader's off! The leader's lost a wheel. The wheel has come off there. Unfortunately, it stayed on the inside of the circuit, but the leader, Andy Schultz, out of the race. There must have been a breakage on the car there, because I don't think he was around anybody else. So that means that Will Stacey goes through into the lead.
In fourth place, made a big mistake. I wouldn't lead, let lead around me, and then made a massive mistake. Come off, ended up fifth or sixth, and then I'd run into the guy in front. He turned in on me when he slowed really far down. I think he saw some yellow flags, but that's what I did. So I've just done 50 minutes on that. No idea how that ain't leaking. So I hit that with a car. So yeah, and then we've had a bit of a crap start. We ended up double stacking pit stops, which obviously makes sense with a safety car, but not when there weren't enough people to do it. Scots were good, mine were crap. But anyway, less fuel next time.
To recover the Schultz car, there is the Schultz car just being dragged into the deeper grass, into the rough. It is, yes, by 1.89 seconds from the Audi TT of Ryan Parkin and Adam Blair. Colin Gillespie is third in number 15, fourth is number 49, William Stacey, he's now 12 seconds adrift. Fifth is Hutchinson and Venables in the BMW M4.
21. Much of that's probably going to be make-upable, isn't it? Because that's the other cars that are currently ahead of it. So.
Yes, that's true.
But whether they'll get up to the likes of Parkin and Blair in that Audi, you see there it's another matter.
No, they've got to make up basically more than a second a minute, haven't they?
Yeah.
Which probably is working out about a second and a half to 2 seconds a lap, which is a lot. Assuming
it's a lot if you're going to be consistent and do what you need to be.
So we're in P2 now, which is good considering the absolutely terrible stop. So Scott's doing pretty well as well. Second in class. We're second in class.
So Class B then, that is going to be led by Scott Parkin, but he's only about 2.5 seconds clear of Matt Fazy, who's now taken over the number 13 Porsche Cayman. And Luke Handley up to third place within that class.
Adam, P1 in class. Scott, P1 in class.
The Venables, because it looked a problem for the Cayman.
Yeah, that's the
Cayman's gone bang.
Matt Fazy car is out of the race. Surely, yes, he's going to pull off to the side of the road. So bad news for Steve Hewson, who we heard from in the pit lane. His car, I'm afraid, out of the race now. Matt Fazy having come to a stop just on the approach to the complex there. Saw some smoke coming from over towards Sunny, and that was the reason for that. 2 Golfs, first and second, within Class B at the moment.
Carl Swift has got down to a minute and 5 behind the leader.
Oh, is that the lead?
The Audi looks like it's smoking.
The leader's smoking. That's the race leading car. And it is still well. There's no smoke coming from it at the moment.
There's certainly evidence of it though when we first saw it, unless it came through just a huge cloud of smoke at Tower.
Oh, and now it's off the road at the exit of Sunny. It's a TFSI.
No, it is smoking. It is
Yeah,
smoking,
it is smoking
properly.
Yeah. So
That won't get any better, will it?
it's not going to, I don't think. I suspect that might be heading towards the pit lane as well. Just coming through the complex now. Let's see if he dives into the pit lane from the lead of the race. It's not been a race that anyone's wanted to lead for very long, it seems, this one.
It's continuing.
He is. Now it's a black flag being shown to the number 70 car. I presume that is, because they've not taken any heed of the black and orange flag so far. There it is, but he's got Will Stacey right with him now, so I think there's a problem for the race leading car here. We saw it smoking probably about 10 laps ago, didn't we, Marcus?
Absolutely, and now it's been caught and shows no sign of being able to tear away. It's not going slowly, but it's just relative to its previous pace.
Well, it's lost nearly 5 seconds on this lap alone because Stacey was 5.6
He's not limping, that's
no,
the
it's
point.
not.
So he's hanging in there, but Stacey has a whiff of victory. Stacey's a lot quicker off the corner there than the Audi.
Coming down towards the complex on lap 56 of the race. Two of them pretty much nose to tail now. Wonder if it's a problem through the slower corners for the Audi. Stacey goes to the right hand side of the circuit. Is he going to drive all the way around the outside here at the hairpin? Well, he can't do that. He's all over the curb.
Now it's not pulling.
It's not pulling.
Audi.
That's the problem for the Audi. It's
so
out
the
of
fuel
the
pickup problem or something like that.
Fuel pickup out of the slow corners, isn't it? And so, out of the corner, Will Stacey can just drive past him. So Will Stacey it is now that takes the lead of the race in number 49 with 32 minutes of the race left to go. At the end of lap 56, Will Stacey now leads this race. We've got a few different leaders so far, haven't we? And also in trouble
That's
is
the Molesdale car, isn't it?
It is the Molesdale and Kent, number 38 in 4th position.
Asphyxiated by the black smoke from the number 12, the class leading car. And
that's slowing as well. That's also in trouble. So the two parking cars, the Darkside development cars, they seem to have, well, they are twins.
It's almost by telepathy.
It is.
That's a lot more black smoke than we'd seen before.
There's a bumper unidentified that's sort of been washed up on the beach at Clairvaux.
Is it the front one of the? I think it could be the front one of the of Molesdale and Kent.
It could be.
Has it clobbered the?
I wonder if it's clobbered the back of the Golf, which has been going slow. But that Darkside Developments car, it looks like they're both going to be out of the race, doesn't it?
It does.
It's sort of limping its way around. So Will Stacey's gone through again. He's got a 10-second lead over Colin Gillespie. Stacey's just done a lap in the 29s. First time he's done that for a while. But he's staying out there. But he's that lap time for Parkin Blair was a 1:56, so 26 seconds or so slower than what he has been doing. There's the 12 car. Now is this going to come into the pits? The second of the Darkside development cars.
Got quite a big lead over Luke Handley in that class. It is coming in.
It is indeed coming in. So that will hand the lead to 51 VW Golf of Luke Handley. It will mean that Christopher Plaskett goes up to second place in Class B and Chris Freeman to third.
Move pipe! No!
Oh dear.
You're missing its gear, and then he found it.
I think our gearbox problem is not fixed. Adam's just come past very slowly.
You know, I said that the Audi TT it wasn't going to get any better. Well, it did stay out there and it did get better. Last lap was a 1:33 compared to a 1:56 on the previous lap, so maybe the Parkin and Blair Darkside Developments car will be able to stay out in the race and gather some reasonable points, but is now only 13 seconds ahead of Carl Swift. So Carl Swift looking good for a podium position, and this time past our commentary box, the Darkside Audi is slow again. So that could all change around once more.
So he's not happy. He's probably still happy. But we've gone from first to easily third. We're going to probably end up fourth. And Scott's in fourth in class. I don't think he's very close to the, yeah, he's way behind these. It's not going to happen. Fourth and fourth, I think.
The two brothers are together, the twins, and Scott is going to overtake Ryan or Adam, whichever it is, at the wheel at the moment.
So the only way for me to get a trophy now is if I break into here. I'm not going to do that, I don't think. Sub-trail.
I don't know if the Golf I can see actually behind us is still in the field. It's, just get your binoculars on that, Mark.
Yeah, there's the
it's
the Mini,
that's
isn't it?
the Mini. So
58 Mini.
Yeah, and if Carl Swift's in the queue behind that, that's not going to help him, is it? I don't think he is. I can't see him there. So
It's helping the Audi TT get to the end, that's for sure.
yes.
Carl Swift is here in this group, I would say. Yes, there he is, turning into the hairpin. And this is when we'll see everything wind out, won't we? Lap 68, because there is the leader, there is P2 behind him in the lineup. We've got a race now between some tractors and some JCBs and a flatbed.
Yes, it's with 12 minutes left on the clock. I suppose they've...
Yes, it's down to 1.07 seconds between 1 and 2.
Yeah, and 7.8 between 1 and 3. So if we can get this cleared up and out of harm's way. Yeah. And Chris Freeman is third.
I think it's saved the TT in that it's a lap ahead of anyone else. Still running fourth.
Yeah.
He clears the line. Swift still in that next little pack of cars. Over the line, it's 2.28, wasn't it? But this time round, when it comes up, 0.57.
So he's just got one more back mark between himself and the two leaders with 4.5 minutes to go. So probably actually 3 more laps to go at the end of this one, I think. Look how busy this part of the circuit is. It involves Chris Coombe, who got back out into the race again after a long pit visit. It also includes the number 11 car, Parkin and Blair, who are still fourth, but a lap lap down, or not. Well, actually, they're not a lap down. They're 25 seconds behind the leaders now, helped by that safety car.
But the Elise that was off a few laps ago seems to be all right again.
It does, doesn't it? That's the TWP car of Reese licensed to Brockington. 2.82 seconds now, the gap between Stacey and Gillespie.
And it's still 7.4 between the leader and Carl Swift in third place.
Look how busy that was, with the 100 car having spun as well. That's the 166 car, so Nicole Drought, isn't it, I think?
Much closer, 70 laps down for the Audi at the moment.
2 minutes 30 to go. Will Stacey's just crossed the line, so it is going to be 2 more laps. There's the 12 car up on the inside of 92. That's not for position, but the 92 car, as a result of all that, has run out off the road.
Second and third, Carl Swift in number 1, closing in on Colin Gillespie.
Yeah, that time he did a 1:27.79, only 300ths off his best time, whereas Gillespie did a 1:30.40. So we could have a change for second place before the end here. I think Will Stacey, barring any mechanical issues, is looking pretty good.
Bad time. So we're 4th in class still, don't know how. Must have been, everybody's lapping us still, unlapping themselves. Scott's 4th in class. I don't think he's going to make that gap up in the next 5 seconds. Oh, he's going for it here.
There is Swift. It's all going to be about the run to the line, but Will Stacey comes through and takes the checkered flag to win round 2 of the TDIs Club Enduro Championship of 2022. It is going to be number 15, Colin Gillespie, in second place. Number 1, Carl Swift, takes 3rd position, and then we are going to see in 4th place the Audi, I think, of Parkin and Blair. That's a little way back though, 41 seconds back. In the meantime, we've got our Class B winner over the line, I think, to take the checkered flag in number 51, Luke Handley. So he's taken the Class B victory from Christopher Plackett in second place within Class B, and Chris Freeman in 3rd. Up to the line comes the Audi now to... Oh, and it's slow out of there. But again, the number 11 Audi is still going to come through to take 4th position. It is number 49, William Stacey, that takes the win. 74 laps completed. We might have gone 75 without that late safety car. He won by 4.56 seconds in the end from number 15, Colin Gillespie, in second place. In third place was number 1, Carl Swift. In 4th place was number 11, that was the car of Ryan Parkin and Adam Blair. 12th to number 12, Scott Parkin in the Golf TDI.
I think we're 4th. What do you reckon then, Scott?
Another car smashed into the side of me.
When just now?
No. Oh, like after the safety car restart.
What, on purpose?
He either didn't look or tried chopping me off, and it did.
Did we give you winning machinery today?
Not exactly.
No.
But it was good enough to lead for one lap away.
It worked.
How did you end up in lead then?
No, you need to do it again, it didn't start. 3rd time.
I don't win!
Wheels having a rave. Yeah, just put it up. He's a stowaway. It looks like a stowaway, doesn't he? So, end of the day, Scott's going St. Adult to eat since yesterday. Golf could have won, TT could have won, but I got disqualified for hitting somebody, which you'll probably have seen it. Not with his fist. Not with my fist, with my car, and got 4 penalty points. Could have appealed it, but I think it was kind of valid. We're going, my mum's shouting me, I'm doing a video, mum. Good! So, yeah, we could have done better. We could have done better. I should have seen the yellow flag, but I was looking in my left mirror to make sure I didn't run into the TCR car that was still racing, and then the BMW braked and I hit him. So it's my fault. I said it was 51% my fault, and they kind of agreed, but they've got to follow the procedures and they seem to be doing their job. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm getting Scott's award here. Vouch, we need it. £200 voucher, driver at day for me, Scott Parkin. Scott's driver at day. Cheers, cheers.
Well done.
Thank you.